Yes people, I hope that you are all good. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video with me. I can only apologise because this isn't really the video that I wanted to bring you, but we've had a hell of a lot of technical difficulties today. I can't even really begin to explain everything that's went on today, but basically the long and the short of it is I'd got this 16 Pro Max because I thought, okay, then I'm going to have a good camera to use, I'm going to have a good mic to use, and as you can tell, that is not what I'm using as my camera or my microphone right now. And instead I'm going with the same setup I had last time. So the plan was to bring you guys a video just about the intro to trading, teach you guys the basics and try and show you that anyone can do it. Anyone truly can do it if they put the effort in and really try and learn. But we had a lot of technical difficulties because I was trying to record in 4K 60. It then meant that the file sizes were too large to like email or anything like that to myself, so then I plugged them into my PC, but then my PC was being weird about the file formats, and some corrupted, some just weren't showing up. It's a hell of a lot happened, but I wonder if okay, yeah, it doesn't matter, but so what I've decided is, I said that I was going to make a video, I said that I was going to put a video out today, so a video will come out today. It's just that this video now is going to be a more off the cuff general chat about trading, and about the mentality you need to have to be a trader. So this in itself, I feel like me finishing this video and making sure I've done it because I said I would do it, is an example of that. The time at the moment is like 20 to 9 on a Sunday, which wouldn't be too bad if I hadn't started recording this video at about 5:50, 6 o'clock yesterday, and I've done nothing else. Literally just try and record a video and then just had roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. But sometimes you just got to keep things going, you've got to keep things pushing, and you've got to make sure that when you say you do something, you are going to get it done. So that is exactly what we are doing now. We're getting this done. Because most of trading is psychology, and trading has a funny way of mimicking life in the fact that it won't let you get away with anything. You know, you can think that you might cheat trading, you can think that you might be able to get lucky and go against the rules, and just this one time you're going to risk extra so you can win extra, but it doesn't work like that. And at least I found in my life it's the same thing. You know, you can't cheat life, you can't get away with things. You've got to do it in a way that feels right to you, and then you'll be rewarded for it. And if you're religious as I am, that'll make a lot more sense to you. If not, then I feel like it just tends to be the way that life goes regardless. But yeah, there's something about trading that really reflects your inner self, how you see yourself, and the way that you act on a day-to-day basis. What I'll do is I'll take one of my mates that I trade with, Dan. He had joined the trading group that I'm in a few months before me. I remember, well, maybe even a little bit longer. So basically, when I first joined the trading group, I came to an in-person session, really liked the look of it, everything seemed good, but I was still a little bit sceptical. And then it took me 3 or 4 months or so to sign up. That first trading session, friend Dan had been trading for maybe 3 or so months before that, and before that he had no trading experience at all. And then when I signed up, I obviously spoke to him a little bit about his trading, and from what he was saying then, he'd had some good weeks, some bad weeks, but by and large he hadn't had anything that was really that crazy to shout home about. But you could also tell that his mentality wasn't all the way there. There's a certain way that profitable traders conduct themselves, where there's a certain level of belief that just means that you just have to believe in them as well, and he didn't have that yet. But then recently he was just about to go on holiday, and he'd let me know, we'd had a little chat just about trading, about his mentality. He'd just passed his 100k prop firm account, and he was now starting to show that confidence and that belief that he knew he would be making money. And And then we just got a message while he was on holiday in the group chat the other day to say that one of his goals when he joined the business was to have a 10k month, and he then now had a 10k month in the week and a half that he'd been on holiday at that point, which is absolutely crazy to most people. But you have to see it as something that's normal, and you have to see it as something that you can and that you will do, because you will never outgrow the version of yourself that you see when you look in the mirror. You will never be bigger than you can see yourself. You know, if you don't believe that you can be a successful trader, you won't. And the same goes for anything. If you want to be a singer or a rapper and you don't believe that you can be a successful singer or rapper, it won't happen. Even if it surprises you, there has to be a part of you that believes in it. And a lot of people don't believe that they can do these things at all. They say, yeah, I'd like to rap, yeah, I'd like to sing, yeah, I'd like to be a writer, whatever it is, but they don't do it because they don't believe that they can do it. Whereas with trading, I'm entering the phase where I don't just believe I can do it, I know that I can do it, and it sounds cliche and it might sound cringe, but that's the only way you're going to get anywhere. And when you look at the people that have done it before you, that's how they all speak and that's how they all think. So that's one of the reasons why I still proceeded to make this video, because as I say, I knew it had to happen, and there's a phrase I'm going to borrow from trading, but it really does apply to life as well, or at least I learned the phrase in trading, that is, when in doubt, zoom out. So this video has been really frustrating for me, but in 6 months time, am I going to sit there and go, oh, I really wish that I would have got an early night that night and changed my bed sheets like I wanted to, or am I going to look back on it and go, well, I've uploaded every single week like I said I would on that channel. I'm proud of myself because of that, and the channel's grown because of that, my brand's grown because of that. That's what I'm going to be focused on, not the fact that I didn't get that extra bit of sleep that night, or, you know, I had to then wait a little bit longer, I had to then change my sheets, and like, it won't matter at all. And that's just what you've got to do. It's what a lot of people that I speak to about trading don't quite see yet, in the sense of, if they're paying a membership to sign up to a trading group, if they're investing money into trading or just crypto, they don't see that if you're not going to get, that you might not be able to get instant rewards, that it might take a few months for you to really reach your goals. But if you're not prepared to risk a few months for the rest of your life, then what's even the point? I mean, most people aren't happy in their jobs anyway, but they won't do anything to change it. And it's true with so many things, you know, most people aren't happy. I shouldn't say most people, but a lot of people aren't happy in the relationships they're in. They're not happy in the car they're in, they're not happy with their body or their fitness, and they do nothing to change it. And I think the biggest thing to remember in life is that no one's coming to save you. It sounds brutal, but it's so true. You've got to do this by yourself. You've got to do this by yourself. Whatever it is that interests you, you've got to look in and make sure that you make it happen, because no one else is going to do it for you. No one else is going to do it for you. And at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's feeling sorry for yourself. Because people aren't going to feel sorry for you. They're too busy feeling sorry for themselves because they probably haven't done it themselves either. You've got to put the work in, and you've got to keep working. It's the only way to go. It's the only way that when you look back at the end of it all, you're going to be happy with yourself. At least with me. I'll sit there and look back and go, you know what, I'm glad I put that work in. Even if it doesn't go the way that I think it will, I know that it will open other doors. It'll always open other doors. Even if it doesn't, even if it just means that then my mentality is shifted from someone that was lazy, from someone that wouldn't ever put the work in, to now someone that is happy to put the work in. That's worth it in itself. That's worth it in itself. And the results are there, and you can't make excuses for yourself. Have other people in worse situations done it? Yes, you can do it too. I'll show you the setup that I was going to use to record this video before, well, that I did use to record another version of this video about half an hour ago. I had a lint chocolate box wrapper that had an Ethernet cable wrapped around it and around the back of my TV with my iPhone in it, so that then I could then have that as my camera stand. So there'll be people that are thinking, I can't start a YouTube channel because I need a proper camera setup, I need a camera mount, I need this, I need that. You don't. I mean, sure, I might have got this phone partly with the thought of this camera's going to make great for YouTube videos. I understand that not everyone has a 16 Pro Max. I mean, this was an XR that I was using for ages. But I made it happen before that with a £30 webcam that I'm still using now and a £30 mic. And you've got to make it happen sometimes. You've got to make it happen. Because, like I say, no one is going to save you. So, at the end of the day, I think that, like I say, life reflects trading, and it's brutal, but it's just so simple. You just put the hard work in, and you will be rewarded. It's like my bro Reese that I brought into this trading thing. I taught him everything I know, and then within a week, he started making profitable trades. He now knows everything that he needs to know to be a profitable trader. But does it end there? No. Because you've still got to put the work in, you've still got to work on your mindset. And that's really the hardest part about trading. It's the hardest part about life, and when you master that, the sky's the limit. So I think that'll be enough of my waffling for today, guys. I really do appreciate you guys for sticking through it. If you have, next video will go more back to a normal format. It'll be a little bit more educational. But hey, we got it done this week. We're going to get it done next week. That's how we roll. And I'll see you then. Sweet. I've got myself there in that webcam, but you might be looking at it and going, what's this? Well, this is my 16 Pro Max. I'm still kind of determined to make it work somehow. So we've got that in a lint wrap, in a lint box that is taped to my second monitor that's got the orange backlight on it with an Ethernet cable.